Good morning. This is your favorite half Chinese in a new Good Morning rant. We're going to talk about the United States. Actually want Chinese system to change, but because their own system isn't working, right? You hear constantly Besant talking about that the Chinese need to change, and because it isn't working for them. Well, if it isn't working for you, why don't you change? Because if your system doesn't work because of whatever other country, right, then your system is very, very flawed, and you should have another system that can resist. Maybe a system like China's system, right? It's very simple. When something is broken, you're not going to tell other people that they need to also have a broken system. Because if the system is broke, which you just admitted, because of China, you cannot work with your system, means that your system is just not compatible to the rest of the world, right? If we look at China's economy, it's being resilient to everything what we do, right? It has been resilient even in the 2008 crash. Yes, they had a harder time, they did. Because of the West was not able to buy more stuff because of the crisis, right? The financial crisis. But they didn't have a financial crisis. They seem to just be resilient to that, right? They don't have need their people to pay billions and billions of dollars to billionaires who have been losing their money on the stock market. It's something for the Western people to think about, right? We always think that we are the number one in the West, but we are the ones who are having all these crises. It is our people who have to pay for billionaires. It is us, the people who are really doing the hard work, are not being fully paid for their hard work, but that overly vast majority of the proceeds are going to people from Wall Street, right? To the 1% capitalist. Let's be honest here. I need to change the battery. So that means our system isn't good for us, it's not good for the people, and it seems also not to be working anymore much for the other business people from the United States, right? As you can see, it is collapsing right in front of our eyes, and if you don't see that, then yeah, you just either don't want to see it, or you just don't understand what's going on in the rest of the world. Anyway, we see that the West is crumbling, and it is crumbling because of their system is a self-defeating system. That is why you don't see China attacking it. It doesn't need to attack it, right? First of all, they are not that hostile of a nation. And second, you know, they can literally apply the art of not doing anything and winning, right? It's a strategy from Sun Tzu. Yeah, by not doing anything, they already won, right? Look at the entire world, how it shifted to China. Everything shifted to them now, in their favor, right? There was a time that it was a little bit different, and now it is changing, and it's changing so rapidly, right? You first had all these people going on red note, seeing, oh wow, we have been lied to for our entire life, and now you have this crisis, and everybody is like, what? Why are you driving the prices up, and why do you let everything crash? And look at China. China is just being China. It's just thriving, still thriving. Even though they have less export to the United States, they are still thriving. They don't care, right? Obviously, they would like to have the business, but if it's not there, then it's not there, right? We're not going to lose money. That's their mindset. We're not going to sacrifice the people just so a few companies can earn some money. And that's a difference between the Chinese system and a capitalist system, right? A capitalist system is only about capital, only about the capitalists. It's not about the people, right? And I think that is something that people need to start to understand what it is really about. I think the West should stop with constantly saying that China needs to change because your system ain't working. If your system isn't working, why do you want China to have a system that's not working? That's just so ridiculous. Just for one time, start to use your mind. I mean, seriously, start to use your mind. You should start to come to the conclusion, okay, our systems have failed us. They have failed miserably. They have failed our people. They have failed our economy, right? Look at all the Western countries, all the so-called imperialists. Yes, they're also very imperialistic, but all the capitalist nations, right, in the West, they all wiped out the middle class, right? Middle class is now just a little bit above a slave, right? Everybody is heavy in debt. Nobody can afford not to work. In the most hyper capitalist places, you need to have 2 or 3 jobs to only just to survive, and then you should be happy that you're not living in a car, but it's very likely that you would be living in your car, right? It's insane. So why do the regular people keep up the facade? I just don't understand. Anyway, maybe it is something to think about for everybody, and maybe we should start to think about changing for us, for the rest of the people in the rest of the world. Maybe we should come together with the world instead of dictating to the rest of the world how it should be going, right? Because let's be honest, we're not doing a really fantastic job, right? If we did a fantastic job, I would say, well, let's continue, but we're not, right? And it seemingly is also not working for our people, so there you go. Anyway, let me know what you all think of this in the comment section. Please keep it respectful. We're not uncivilized barbarians. Yeah, that was it. Your favorite half Chinese. Have a great day.